tuning in. Quick shout out to my mom and my sister for making our face masks.
Thanks, Mom. Yay.
Missy and Amber, thank you.
Thank you.
They spent, I think last Monday, I think they made about 40 masks, and Amber went and drove them around to friends and family. So, but I think I'm going to take mine off. I can't.
Yeah.
It's getting hot.
Yeah.
It's getting hot.
A little hard to breathe.
Oh, that's better. That's better. I feel so bad for all the nurses and doctors and other professionals that have to wear these all day.
I heard San Diego it's mandatory now. To go outside, you have to wear a mask.
Wow. It's not, it definitely feels harder to breathe in those. And I know like the N95 ones are really intense on your face, and you see all the markings they're getting. And
the one I was wearing before had like the little metal bracket, and like after like 10 minutes, you're like, this thing freaking hurts. It's
yeah.
Like, I can't imagine all day right now wearing one of those things. And then the goggles, and you know what I mean, like everything.
Yeah, well, knock on wood that we don't have to.
Yep, seriously.
We're live, baby. What's up? If you guys are tuning in, say what up in the chat. We can see you in the chat room. So I see cousin Liz in there. What's up, Liz? Hope you're good. So something I wanted to talk about that we just launched this week, well, relaunched, I should say, is our Patreon. So if you guys haven't signed up for a Patreon yet or checked it out, we created a membership-based support system for our band, and you can go there. We have a lot of perks and awesome little goodies that we're going to be doing for you guys that, you know, you can help support us in the meantime through all of this. And yeah, so check out our Patreon. We've got our first 6 subscribers, so that's really exciting. Thank you to our first 6. You guys are awesome, and you'll have some treats heading your way very soon. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they get?
Well,
exciting.
At the dollar tier, you get a YouTube shout out. So we're going to create an end screen, and you're going to be like a producer of our shows and our music videos and stuff. And yeah, you'll be a producer of Alex's White Claw. So, and then like $5, we already released a new demo to a song we've never released before. It goes all the way up to $500 if you want to be like an official sponsor, but hey, that's just in case. I'm not expecting anybody to do that. I was just having some fun making the tiers like, ooh, what about this? I think the $25 is my favorite one though, because that includes mystery mail. So we'll send you postcards, maybe some memorabilia of ours, or like merch that's never been released, stuff like that. And that'll arrive to you once a month, and it's going to be like a little surprise. So yeah, maybe I'll write you a poem.
Unreleased song on there already, right?
Yeah. Right here. So that's actually a song that we were writing for our new EP that didn't make the cut. And then we are beginning to work with an artist. So our new music, we're hoping to drop a new song in a couple of weeks here. So we're really excited, you guys. Staying busy while staying at home, you know? Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. It's before 5, but quarantine time doesn't exist.
Yep.
Cool. What should we talk about today?
I don't know, Alex. What should we talk about?
I got a couple things.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen this in the news, but Adele just was getting a divorce, and apparently she's got to pay out her dude
Dun, dun, dun.
140 million
Ouch.
pounds.
Much money.
Yeah, 30 bills. Like,
There's no
insane.
way.
Yeah,
That's just too much. It's too much pressure.
Yeah.
That's like some shadiness going on there.
Yeah, it's so much money.
But yeah, he's in it apparently. So
Yeah, well, good for him. Good
yeah,
for you, dude.
right? Do you like that? What do you think about that? Should she have to pay that?
Do they have kids? They have a kid,
I
right?
think they have a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not even the mitigating argument. It's that I live this lifestyle for this amount of time, and I have to I have to uphold this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know his situation.
This is a
But-
situation right here. This is a situation.
Festival beard and glasses. Check.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I want to know, what is she worth total? Like, how much of her own?
Because yeah, those are her
Earnings is she
songs.
getting?
That's
Yeah.
her tour revenue. That's her
So,
sweat and
net
blood.
worth.
But
No, this
That's
isn't
what getting
always
married
like.
does, though.
Yeah.
I
The minute
know.
you get married, it's yours. It's not.
Look
single.
out, Al.
You gotta have money to
Just
half a zero is zero, baby.
The
Net
thing is,
worth
too-
of 150 million.
Oh, so that's
Oh.
half. So that's the other way. 140 euro is probably like 70 million
Huh.
because it's usually like half.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's saying like
So she has to pay all of her net worth to him?
net worth is roughly 190. Maybe it's not right. Maybe that's what they're splitting. Maybe that's like what she
Maybe.
has to split.
Oh,
She's worth like 190 total.
Yeah. Still, that's a
That's a
jeez,
big. Oh yeah, yeah,
$190
exactly.
million dollars. Like,
Yeah, that
That's
guy's.
insane.
it's crazy.
Yeah, at that point, you. What would you do with your time? You know, like you don't have to get a job anymore.
That's the
It
problem
was
with
like
that, though.
it was
right?
like remember K. What's his name? K. The back.
K-Fed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
K-
K-Fed, yeah,
He was like the
Britney Spears.
original. Like
yeah,
I'm rich,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. And he got all fat and like had a reality show.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like.
Help raise the kids.
Yeah.
Reality show for sure.
Yeah,
That's kind of like what you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just join like the club of like divorced dads of rich women.
Right? It's like a
You wonder- yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she brought me up in People this week again. They're like, yeah, sorry, man, it stings, but
Probably get so used to that though. If you're already a pop star's like spouse, you're probably, unless they're the greatest person ever, you're probably so used to just being brought up in so many
yeah.
shitty ways.
Oh,
across
yeah.
the media. You know what I mean? Like,
Or like during her set,
right?
she's like, you know, we're not getting along right now, and everyone's like, oh, poor Adele. Like, little do they know, like,
Right.
Poor Adele.
she shuts the door. She's like, pick up my shit, or else you're not getting that money. I told you, you're not getting your allowance this week.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Could be true though. You don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You guys seem way too excited about this settlement for her.
Yeah, I just thought it was
For her
funny. It's just
husband.
like funny when like, and then like, you know, the guys are bringing it up. They're like, wait a second. What happened to, you know, like quality and all that?
Yeah, they're from the UK though, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know the difference in like the laws.
probably
The strategy might be the same.
Yeah, it probably just it favors the
Because like
woman.
here, it's immediately 50%.
Yeah,
It's like immediate,
Mhm.
and then the lawyer takes like 20%.
Mhm.
It's like,
drags it on.
yeah, drags it on for years and makes more money.
Yeah, sucks you both dry. Lawyer wins.
Yeah, the lawyer
Family
wins.
zero.
Lawyer
Yeah.
always wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're drooling. Like, wait, I was getting divorced.
Yeah.
Drool.
All right, now this is gonna take a long time. I'm just gonna make you aware of that.
Oh, no.
You're seeing like the beginning of Wedding Crashers,
Mm-mm.
where like it's
that
Owen
movie.
Wilson and Vince Vaughn, and they're like the mitigators for like a wife and husband getting divorced, and they play that weird like thing they do together where they're like you know, you want to go there, you're gonna be good, you guys are gonna be fine after all this. I have like
Oh,
a little,
right, right,
it's super. It's
yeah.
like the opening scene.
Oh,
And it's super
God.
funny, like seeing
Yeah,
someone have to mitigate like one person's
Right.
hate for the other person over
Yeah.
like 30 years.
I know.
And like they're arguing over like frequent flyer miles. Like,
Yeah,
no, I get him.
yeah,
No, I get
yeah.
him.
Oh
Hey.
Jesus.
Now, if you got all those miles, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're splitting $190 million, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I know. Yeah, you fly around the world a million
First class
times.
everywhere,
Everywhere,
baby.
It's gnarly.
What are the plane tickets you guys are looking at that are tempting you to break quarantine right
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
now? Yeah.
I actually haven't been looking at all.
I've just perused through the ticket prices.
Yeah.
But you don't know when you can use them, so it's like
I know.
Yeah.
like Hawaiian Airlines is shut down.
Yeah,
So there's like that's like the main
And then like
island flights and everything.
Yeah.
So.
they're just issuing credits. So if you buy tickets at these low prices, once everything's back to normal and the prices regulate again, it's not. It's gonna be like half the ticket price.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not
Yeah.
gonna be.
I know at this point you should just buy tickets. Like buy a trip to Japan, I'm gonna buy a trip to Hawaii, we're gonna go to Russia. You just buy all these trips.
Yeah, yeah,
we're
like
gonna
the vouchers
turn, yeah,
for
just
it.
turn these in now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're supposed to go over to England for my cousin's wedding in August. Everything's pretty much on hold right now. But even our tickets, the ones we originally bought, are now like $200 cheaper than what we paid. So fingers crossed that quarantine goes well and that we can make the trip over there. Because
August is still pretty far away.
It is.
Decently far. So, I mean, you never know what happens in another month as far as like it's flip.
I know. Is it going by slow, or is it like, to me, it's kind of like slow. It's going like by slow right now.
Depends on the day. I feel like it's going by pretty fast.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's been like a month.
Yeah.
Basically, since we were like, everyone's kind of, like TP Gate was like a month ago. Like the week that everyone bought the paper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It is going by fast.
Because that was like the first week of March.
That's mine. Yeah.
You drank mine.
Oh.
So I'm taking
Yeah.
And this will probably clear all of April out. And then maybe we'll reevaluate. Like the last week of April, I think you'll finally start to hopefully see like, okay, maybe we can open shit back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your passport, your sickness passport.
Right, I know.
Sickness passport.
I saw Eddie Bravo was posting shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you have your vaccinations? You can't pass the state board until you have your vaccination paperwork.
I think they're trying to do that.
They already have that for like if you go to Africa and stuff, you have to like get moved. Don't you have to take the malaria medication, right? And then you have to get a certain couple.
In a lot of countries, you have to take that.
Yeah.
All of Africa. I don't think if you go to like some of the islands, like Costa Rica.
Well, yeah, I get that. I mean, it's like viruses and bacteria you've never been exposed to, I guess.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just on our soil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. I know. It's just like that's the ultimate control, you know. Like, you don't get it, then you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
stay inside.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
You're like
I
the
wanna
last
go
guy
places.
holding out.
I got
know.
things to do.
I know, that's the thing, yeah. You're like
I
the
got
last guy.
things to do. So
Not getting it, man.
I guess the scary part is like if they secretly microchip you.
Yeah, while you're getting.
Oh, it won't be a
chip put in
secret.
there.
No, we're gonna
Yeah.
gladly do it. That's the thing.
Isn't there a country that's already doing it? I thought like Norway or Sweden already was. People were getting chips,
No.
and it was mostly they were using it for like public transportation.
I don't
So
think
instead of having like a card, you just walk up and go like boop boop, like get on the train.
I know it's inevitable. Like,
Yeah, why does it have to be implanted into you? Why can't I just carry the card?
I know, and then
Doesn't make sense.
yeah, it's convenience.
the other thing, because you're putting an electronic or at least like a chip into your body,
Into your body, yeah.
that's gonna cause like crazy cancer or some other crazy like weird cell growth. It's not good for you.
No, you probably shouldn't be inserting
Yeah.
plastic in metal.
Well, we won't know until they're gonna implement it. Then we won't know until 40 years later. And then you see those like lawyer.
Yeah.
Did you
Did
get a
you?
chip implanted into you? Remember mesothelioma? That's old news. We cured that long
Right.
ago.
Yeah.
Now it's chiposis.
Oh, Shady's on a
Neurosis.
rampage.
Kitty's like, let me out.
Oh,
We want to do comment of the week.
oh, with
New
comments of the
segment.
week.
Yep.
Okay.
We have that? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's a new thing.
Come on.
What do we got? Comment. More live streams with cats, please.
There we go.
Whoa, you got your wish.
There it is.
Jimmy Hat, thanks for the comment. If you guys want to be featured, just comment on YouTube or Instagram. That's kind of where we keep our eyes on the most, I would say.
I actually have to say this is my favorite comment. I
Yeah,
think we've
Lauren was
ever
talking about
gotten
this
ever.
all week, so that's kind of why
I mean,
we
like
started
posts
comment
out of it.
Yeah.
I love this comment
Yeah.
because I love Fiona so much. So that someone else wants me to live stream with my cat is just like a dream come true.
It's going to turn into just like a 24/7 camera on Fiona.
Hey.
Just like Fiona cam.
Yeah.
Just climbing the walls half the time
How could you not?
and then sleeping. And sleeping the
That
rest
thick
of the time.
belly. That
Yeah.
thick belly right there.
So thank you, Jimmy Hat.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jimmy.
Yeah, we will do that. As in right now.
We're doing it. We're
And then
living
another
the dream.
one
What is that, French?
that looks like
It looks like French. Bravo, j'aime Bravo, j'aime bon.
Wow, no idea.
I took French in high school, so I can tell you what it means.
Let's hear
It means bravo, great, I subscribed.
Oh, we got a subscriber.
We got a subscriber.
That's how we hit 500, baby.
No,
Thank you,
I have a
Elaine.
confession to make. I looked up Google Translate
course you
before
did.
we went live.
Of course you did.
Because the only thing I remember from French in high school is how to ask to go to the restroom, which is est-ce que je peux aller à la toilette? So only retain the French that would help me get out of
Donde
French
está los Españoles? You should survive France for a little while.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, if you guys want to be featured, just comment anywhere, YouTube. I was gonna say Netflix, but I meant Instagram.
Go on Netflix and comment.
Yeah, I meant Instagram. Oh, Jesus.
Shows what we've been doing.
Right?
Oh, man.
That's funny. Oh, Liz wants to know, when are we going on tour again?
As soon as we can. As soon as we're allowed to leave the house.
Yeah.
I think we're
Soon as
gonna
we get
do.
our chips,
we're gonna do a
baby.
little virtual tour though. I think we're gonna do our first live session maybe next week. So we'll be announcing that. We're gonna do a short session, a couple songs, and then I think we're just gonna try and plan like a CD release show while in quarantine, and probably go work with Carson and his production company that put on the Wish You Were Here live stream, because I loved that setup and loved that it felt like a real show and it looked really good. So that's what's in the works. That's what's coming up next.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. And we have a brand new set. We're playing mostly all new songs. And yeah, we're excited to start playing those. So we're going to start playing them regardless. But
Yeah.
go
coming
on,
to you.
go on a physical tour.
Well, I saw a lot of people are postponing their releases because of this thing. Well, I mean, I've kind of seen half and half. Like Dua Lipa, like put hers out, and then some people are like, all the physical copies are in a warehouse somewhere, and we can't get to them, so we got to postpone it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're just, kind of.
That is true. I didn't think about like we might not have physical copies available right away.
Yeah.
But that's where, if you guys know anyone who prints shirts out of their garage, please let us know.
Seriously, that was a time.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a great time to release because I think audience retention is at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
People are at home. Their consumption of entertainment, I think, is just nonstop. So anything new that comes out, like if something new comes out on Netflix, I'm like, let's just try it. I'm desperate at this point. I've watched everything. So
Just all day long, you find something to keep your attention.
B string.
Yeah.
We're on some B string shows right now.
Yeah.
You should watch On My Block.
On my
On My
block?
Block.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice one.
It's a good one.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Teen.
Heartthrob. Just kidding.
Coming
Kind
of
of like
age.
it's not really rom-com, but it's like
Yeah.
it's more like streets rom-com.
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's kind of funny, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, teenagers.
You got to
It's pretty
watch. It just reminded me of that Pen 15. You
Ooh.
seen that on
Oh.
Hulu?
Paulina's watched, I think, a lot of
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
yeah.
funny.
I think I've seen a bunch of episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
10:15. That show is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
We're watching. I don't know the name of it, but some show, and it's got the guy from Deadwood that plays Swearingen. Like he's got the crazy eyebrows, the like evil guy.
Yeah.
The guy's such a good actor. I could watch him in anything. So I'm like, he's the one carrying this show right now. I'm literally just watching for his performance at this point. I think his name's like Ian something.
Don't know.
Don't
care.
I only know.
It'll be dead to me in a week.
I only know people by their character names.
Yeah.
Like I'll swear in.
There's so many shows to watch. Oh, I watched the one you were talking about with Angel Has Fallen.
Oh yeah,
watch
with the
it.
drones.
Yeah, that's crazy. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. It's so scary when you see it. I'm like, oh my god, that's possible. That's totally possible.
They just like dive bomb.
Yeah.
It's like they don't shoot you. They just there's bomb. There's
Right.
flying bomb.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what one you're talking about, so I
Yeah.
obviously didn't watch it with
It's like
Yeah, I
Gerard
know.
Butler.
Yeah.
He has that string of movies like Something Has Fallen, like
Right.
Olympic Has Fallen, or Olympus Has Fallen.
Oh yeah.
Does
Oh,
it
is it
like-
all part of a series?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's kind of like the Jack Ryan, like he's
Right.
that guy.
Yeah.
And he has these things happen when he's
Right,
around kind of
right.
thing. So they kind of built a thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't watch.
Been
stuff
falling
like
asleep
that.
to like explosions like the last couple nights.
Just waking you
Like,
up.
this
at 3
can't be
in the
good.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Still
fun.
going.
It's fun. The Office.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
So soothing.
Yeah.
We just watched Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I want to watch that. It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, everyone says it's super good.
It's
Yeah.
really good. It's yeah, I'll probably watch it again. Like Tarantino movies are like that. You could watch them 3 or 4 times in a row.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked that one.
Watch a lot of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And watch that again. I watched it again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So much. Al and I actually found, well, let me backtrack there. So with the whole quarantine, I've noticed that now there's quarantine music coming out. I think Tyga just released a song that was like, I'm bored, like just over and over talking about being in the house cooped up and being bored. And then we heard one today that might have to be our new show opening. How does it go?
You play it?
You're going to play it?
You want me to play it?
Are we going to get kicked off YouTube?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
down-tuned it a little.
Okay.
Yeah, Corona, Corona. That shit pulled up to my city like Aloha.
Corona. Pulled up to my city like
cool.
Aloha. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna affect like art.
Yeah.
Just everyone sitting around.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's like the number one on Spotify virals, like coronavirus song.
Really?
So, yeah, it's like just a DJ.
I've seen like sharing like playlists being shared the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh, what a
Super
time to
weird.
be alive.
It's not right, man. It's not right, man. Speaking of, let me see. Let me go back to here. Bring up. Share my screen.
Okay.
So this is
Panic buying booze. Whoa.
let me see. Sorry. Wrong angle. So yeah, Noel Gallagher has been panic buying booze. Now that the pubs are shut, the only thing now is to drink your way through it. Spoken like a true UK.
Amen. No.
But
Amen.
top 3 panic buys. Go.
I don't really panic buy anything.
When you first went out, what was like, I need to get this, that.
I got like food, but I mean, even then we've already eaten through all the food that we got.
I know.
Like we didn't like. I didn't really go too nuts. Like
Yeah.
I almost wanted to get a gun, but with like the 12-day waiting list to get a gun, and then like everyone was saying ammo's getting short. I was like, it's
Right.
just like it's like a fool's endeavor. 'Cause
You're
I'm just
gonna be,
go through this whole
you'll be in
thing.
line or something.
Yeah, all this stuff. I'll be out there doing all these things to get this thing that I potentially would need if it like got to the worst
Yeah.
peak. I was like, it's a little crazy. So
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
my only thing,
Yeah.
and I didn't do it.
You could have gotten it because you could have just figured out what gun you were going to get the ammo for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
then
the
waited.
day I was gonna do it, like, there was a line out the door. The one store I drove to
Damn.
already. You know, so
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to. I almost don't want to affiliate myself like with that. So I was kind of like over
Yeah.
it. Like, if it got that bad, I mean, and there's like one gun and a couple things, ammo's only gonna protect me for so long anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I don't know. This didn't feel like it was needed.
That's a pretty legit panic buy. Like buying a gun is kind of the ultimate sign of panic.
I think they sold 2.5 million guns in like the month of March. Which I don't know how
What?
much that's up from normal buying, but that's gotta be up.
Dang, yeah.
2.5 million guns.
Well, I got family in Texas, so I can get it shipped to me
Right.
if I need be.
Well, Texas, of course, everyone in Texas has a gun.
Yeah.
Here though, like there's so many like weird blue, like far left leaning Republicans, and then there's a bunch of lefties that are anti-gun, and they were all the ones that were buying the guns.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just like all the
but maybe I
anti-vaxxers
should.
are quiet as fuck right now. Right? It's that same thing. When people
Yeah.
that panic about one thing, then they're the first one to go do it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We don't need more guns on the street, and then it gets weird. And I'm buying 10 guns because I can afford it because I'm
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
Gotta protect my family.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not wrong,
Yeah.
but
It's good to have a little protection.
I don't know.
2.5
If
million.
someone walks in, about that. That's for protection. You know?
Oh
Let's see
man.
that coming.
You didn't see that coming.
I don't know. Just even being around guns scares me.
Mm-hmm.
So like having one in the house, I would feel weird about. I'd be like, what if Fiona accidentally gets into it and loads it somehow? Like just the
more-
most irrational
I
thing.
think it'd be more weird to go to like Walmart and then everyone is just like concealed carrying a gun.
Yeah.
You know, because then
Yeah.
like obviously like the analogy like you can't die in a gunfight if you don't have a gun. Generally,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. You're like statistically, it goes up.
Yeah,
You're
you have
gonna
the
die.
gun. You're gonna die from a gun if you carry the gun around. Like, that's how it works. Because you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
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 It's a tough argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. Then
Because then there's the better to have
yeah.
whatever. Better
Some
to
guys are like, oh,
not
I want
need
to
it and have it versus
Right.
need
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
have it.
Right.
So there's like,
Yeah. They just gotta learn gun safety.
Yeah.
Once you kind of get exposed to it, it's not as scary, I guess.
Not really. I mean, I think again,
No,
like,
it's scary.
carrying it in public, I think is a whole different level.
Yeah.
Like having one for your protection in your house, I think is pretty normal in the United
Yeah.
States. But then the next level of weird is like carrying.
What glove box?
That's weird too. That's weird too. Why would you need a glove in the glove box? What are you getting into when you're out there?
That's-
You put on the
that's
Offspring
like
song?
really
Yeah, you put on the Offspring song? You stupid
So that's
goddamn
it. Just the almost purchasing a gun.
Yeah, that was it. Other than that, I mean, when I wanted to buy hand sanitizer, it was like too late. When I wanted to buy toilet paper, we already had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soaps
Soap.
and stuff.
Soaps.
Like I had it already. Like, my dad's a grocery store guy,
Tinctures.
so we already had soap.
What about tinctures and ointments?
What do you mean?
Bought a bunch of weed.
Oh, yeah. That's another
That was a good
one.
Yeah.
Colleen was like, "We need to get some weed." All right, let's get it.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't
Before they
close the
shut
stores
down.
here.
Hey, it's essential, man.
been
It's
fine.
California essential.
It's medicine.
Yeah.
We asked the one guy, we're like, "Is it people been bulk buying?" He's like, "Yeah, everyone's maxing out like their single purchases,
Oh my
all
god.
making money."
I mean,
Yeah.
that is something like Al and I have been doing. We are buying more food so that we have less trips to the store.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were usually like, I'm the type of person, I'll like run over to Trader Joe's every day
Me too.
sometimes. Be
Yeah.
like, oh, I kind of feel like this tonight.
Yeah.
Or like, every couple days to get little bits and pieces and just, it doesn't bother me going to the store that much.
It's easy. They make it easy.
Yeah.
Right?
And when you have a small kitchen, you can't really hold on to that
Yeah.
much food. But so that's something that's new for me is buying food that like we truly didn't go to the store for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We've been going to like our little corner liquor store, but that's it.
Yeah.
And so going to Trader Joe's once every 2 weeks and then it's a bit weird, Start getting creative with what you're making. You're like, do veggie meatballs go with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Fry it up. Yeah.
I think the only panic buy we did was baby wipes.
Baby white,
it.
some boxed wine.
Boxed one.
Even though I knew they weren't going to run out of alcohol.
No way.
That was like they're
just-
stocked.
We didn't know. You walk into the store, you see the empty shelves, and like that's when I start panicking. I'm like, everything's gone.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely made it worse seeing.
Yeah,
like,
seeing
empty
it,
shelves.
yeah.
So even now, like toilet paper everywhere you go is like out. It's like so weird. Like,
I
why is it
know.
out?
I know.
Somewhere people have just like cases of TP at the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so there's this challenge on TikTok right now, actually, and it's people stacking things like and blocking their pets in a hallway and seeing how many levels their pet can jump over, basically.
Yeah.
So they're doing it to like their dogs, and almost all of them are doing it with toilet paper, and it's like,
Really?
they have like 50 rolls.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's funny.
we're on like our last 3 rolls right now, and I'm getting a little nervous because I haven't seen TP up here anywhere, so I'm like,
No,
A
they
lot
got to
of
have
places,
it, right?
they're just getting it. People are still just buying it because they're limiting how many you can buy, and then they're getting less and less of it every order. So like you have to just go early,
I know.
and they bring it because they're stocking the store every night. So probably every couple days a week they're putting some on the shelf. People are showing up at 8 and buying a roll, and then
Yeah.
buying a package
Yeah.
and it goes away.
I saw there are a few businesses that are having tough times. Like my stepdad was able to buy a few masks as well as a case of plastic gloves from a catering company
Nice.
that's not working right now. They basically took all their food prep supplies. They were selling toilet paper, all that. So just trying to make a buck and stay afloat
Yeah.
in this time. So
Yeah, we came up on a box of rubber gloves the other day. We just like walked to the store and I looked down and I was like, weird. One box
The
of rubber
one
gloves?
box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one like 100 pack. I was like, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's always weird when it's like the one last thing. You're like, why is no one taking it?
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, happen to have. Okay.
It's kind of like that though, like when you're eating in a group of people and you're like sharing food, you always leave like the one. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that's gonna finish it.
Well,
I
I'll
don't
finish
mind.
You know,
it.
you're the
being
guy.
that
You're
guy.
the
Yeah.
You're the guy.
you are the guy.
I'll grab it first. But does anyone want this?
Yeah.
Does
Does anybody want this?
You guys don't want this,
You
right?
sure?
Alex is notorious for when we used to go out to eat, when that was a thing. We would be like on a date or something, and I would be eating, let's say, pad thai, and he'd have his own dish. And he'd finish his dish within like 5 seconds of the plate landing on the table. And I wouldn't even be done, and he'd be like, "Are you going to finish that?" And start
You wouldn't even
reaching
be-
across the table to
You like
eat
put your
mine.
napkin on her. And you'd be like, I would be like, are you gonna eat that? And you're like, yeah, I'm still
No,
working on
no,
it.
I'd be like mid-bite.
Like
You'd be like,
crumpled napkin on top of this delicious food.
No, Chris.
Letting
Chris
it
has
go to
seen it
waste.
before. Chris
Yep.
has seen it.
I usually wait till it's like everyone's gonna just.
You see it looking over. I think I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
I'm done. I go, you're
Like,
done
yeah,
with that. I'm
you-
going
You
pick
sure?
up right where you left off. No worries.
They're like,
Oh,
yeah, that's my trash. If you want it, it's fine.
Oh, Alex, you're funny.
Thanks.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Come here.
I know. No one's playing with you. Sad world.
Attention.
Come on,
Sad
Fiona.
life.
She's hyper. Come
It
here.
only goes in bursts though, and then she just passes out for 6
Oh,
hours.
that's not no.
Oh.
Hello.
She has a thing for walking on computers, as most cats do.
Hi.
It's
There you
warm. It's nice and warm.
Yeah, it's always so warm. God, it's so good.
Oh, little girl. We need to teach her a trick, like high five or something, so
Yeah.
that I have something entertaining to do with her on the live streams.
True.
She used to fetch, but she doesn't really do it anymore.
She's like, this isn't stimulating me.
She just walks over to the worm when I throw it down, looks at it, and walks back without it. And I'm like, no, defeats the point.
I've learned and I'm smarter now. Thank you.
You go get it for me. Okay, your
Cool.
top 3 panic buys.
Beans. Coming in at number 1.
We did. We
Beans.
panic bought like 8 cans of beans.
Just beans, rice, and green beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beans on beans and rice. Makes sense.
Green
Yeah.
beans, and rice. That's it.
Yeah.
60 of each. You're like, that's like if you knew that was the last thing you were gonna eat. Like,
Yeah.
You would go days without eating just so it would be like pleasurable again.
And it was
Like
last one.
fake
Nothing
starving
about
yourself.
that sounds
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like everything shuts down.
cans of
Yeah.
beans.
That's all you have.
Yeah.
You open the thing, you're like, you thought it was a smart idea, and you open the pantry, and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, no.
This is all we have to eat.
Why didn't I
For the
buy
next
anything else?
2 years.
Pirate's Booty popcorn. Why
Could
didn't I
you
buy
last
that?
them? I know.
Yeah, seriously.
Kettle corn from Trader
You
Joe's.
can watch that Doomsday Prepper show. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Where they make
Spices and-
they like, make these like concoctions of like all these different canned foods. Like
Yeah.
they're just like this bean and this bean goes great together, and we'll throw some corn in there, and we'll throw some this in there.
And then they like refreeze it or something?
no, and they just eat it. That's like
Oh.
guys will like. One guy specifically like put himself into like a 2-week quarantine in his shelter to
Right.
make sure he was gonna be okay with it.
Yeah.
And he just live off the shit that he packed in there.
Yeah.
And he'd be
Just
just throwing
tested it.
stuff, making like like quarantine.
Is
canned
he
shit.
by himself? A
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
by
yeah,
himself?
yeah, yeah.
That's,
Of course.
That's that's right. Because the girl's like, I'd rather die than eat that again.
Right?
I'm like, oh, all right.
I mean, the beans though, that's not far from your stick to your guns days. I remember one of the tour I went on with you guys. You were trying to eat healthy, but it was like it was back in the van days, and you were trying to save your per diems and stuff too. So they'd just be eating black beans out of the can with a fork.
Just open it up hobo style.
And I would be like, "You want some?" And I was like,
Yeah. she's like,
"No, I'll spend my per
Yeah.
diem. Like
I'll
you
get something together for you here.
you have that." I remember actually Al was eating a can of black beans backstage at the East Coast Warped Tour, and Haley Williams walked by and was like, "Put those down, I need a picture with her."
Put your goddamn canned beans down.
Fucking Paramore.
It's like, wow, it's that hard for you guys, huh? Just like eating her.
I mean, we've been there as a band. I think one of our main survival staples when we did the 3-month van tour. When I say 3-month van tour, this was like self-booked, playing the diviest bars you've ever seen in the world, making barely any money. Our staple was introduced to us by Drew, and it was sriracha peanut butter sandwiches. And it would be 2 pieces of bread, sriracha on one piece, peanut butter on the other.
Genius.
Yep.
So good.
Blew my mind.
I think we spiced it up one time, and I bought basil. We put that in the middle. That was delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
So that might be my survival food. Right
Peanut
there.
butter,
That's not bad.
bread,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I'll keep the bread good, but
freeze it.
maybe I'll just
Yeah, you
squirt
could.
sriracha in a tub of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Just eat it with the spoon.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it works.
And I eat peanut
So
butter by the spoon
gross saying
anyways.
that. Oh man. Well, actually, the one other thing I did hoard as well was coffee. Panic bought. I mean,
I always have a pretty good amount of coffee.
yeah, because I did not. If I run out of coffee, that's gonna be like a full withdrawal for me. I'll probably
Yeah, coffee's a tough one.
go into shakes and everything.
Just be pissed.
I've been drinking coffee since I was 7 years old. So thanks, Mom.
Another vice, Mom.
I remember the first time I tried my mom's coffee, actually. Remember it like it was yesterday. Because obviously now I'm
Changed your whole.
But she used to make Bailey's coffee every morning, and she put them in the fancy like Irish coffee glasses, you know? And it was on our living room table. And she was upstairs, and I was just looking at it like, it just looks fancy. I just want to try it. And my mom does it, so I want to do it. And I took a sip, and I was like, ooh, this is good. And then I took a few more, and then I just ran upstairs, and I was like, Mom, guess what? She's doing her makeup or something. What is it, sweetie? I like coffee. What? I tried your coffee, and I really like it. And she's like, you can't drink coffee. And that has Bailey's in it. Lauren, what's wrong with you?
I did.
And then I would just keep begging for it. And then I got into like all the vanilla creamers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
This was pre-Starbucks, yeah. And then we started going to Starbucks, and I drank Frappuccinos for probably like 10 years. I don't know how I'm not 500 pounds from those. Thank you to my high school metabolism for filtering those out for me.
Yeah, cream sugar. Or
Those
whatever.
are not
Yeah,
good
milk,
for you.
cream, sugar.
So
Just a
good.
milkshake with
Yeah.
a little bit of coffee.
Yeah.
It's in the office where she gets in the car. That's when they do Michael Scott Paper Company.
Yeah,
What was his coffee? He's like,
Cream
milk and
sugar,
sugar.
yeah.
Cream and sugar. And she takes a drink, and she's like, is this just cream and sugar? And he's like, every morning.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. I think that's my favorite like part of The Office actually is when he starts his own paper company.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Pam works for him, right? And then
Yeah,
Jim
Pam.
ends up
No, he goes and he recruits Ryan, who at that point had got fired because he was the CEO and
Right.
he had people doubling their sales. Like they were supposed to put it in as 2 different types of sale.
Yeah.
So then he like got out and was working at a bowling alley, and Michael goes to the bowling alley like, you're gonna come work for me now. And then they get like the
Small
little office that's
yeah.
like super tiny. It's like an old bathroom
Yeah.
basically.
Don't they throw like a party in there or something
Once he
at
goes
one
back,
point?
once he goes back, they have make it like a dance room or something like that. Yeah.
Oh
That's a good show.
gosh. That show is so funny.
It's so good.
My dad had an office at one point. He had like a paper shredding company for a very small amount of time. And he had me stop by his office, which I'd never been to. And it was like tucked way behind the Rancho Santa Margarita like car dealership somewhere. I didn't even know a building was back there. And I walk in, and I'm not kidding you. It's like, it was probably like 100 square feet.
Oh shit.
So it was like 2 paper shredders, and then my dad, he's like, come on in. I'm like, I don't think I can. There's nowhere to go.
Where am I just to? I'm good right here. Don't worry.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's funny.
I thought it was a scanning business. Or no, this is different.
No, we worked for the scanning business
Yeah.
as a side job for a little bit. This was a paper shredding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper shredding.
You're like, people are never gonna not need that. Then like digital comes out. You're like, damn it!
Dang it.
No.
We're going paperless.
Yeah.
Whole business models. That's funny.
Yeah. It's good shit. Good times.
Yeah.
Surf it, Fiona. Surf it.
Oh!
Oh,
she
she
did not
got
like
mad.
that.
Sorry.
Stop it.
She's never like done that before. She just
Sorry.
bit you and then like immediately apologized because
Yeah.
she licked you while she was still.
She's like,
being
don't. I'll do it. I will do it.
That was some cat stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta let him know.
You hear her hoarse little meow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the Rona.
Apparently,
First
a
case of
tiger
kitty.
got it,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of scares me. And I'm like,
It's-
no.
Just because
not
Tiger
tigers.
King.
They're fine. There's no animals are dying from it.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Just because like tigers are popular right now because Tiger King.
It's true. Uncanny how like the tiger
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Yeah.
I really want to steal that catchphrase. Greeting.
Yeah.
I meant to actually say it when we opened the show, but I forgot.
Yeah.
I totally
Carol
forgot.
Baskin special.
I saw like one of the deputies down in like whatever Florida or wherever she lives reopen the case.
Oh really? Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
Of course.
And like Discovery investigations are like gonna dive into Joe's case or something.
Are they?
Yeah.
I think-
very guarantee
Like
he
ID.
gets out.
Yeah.
I think they're
Again.
trying to get him released.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like
'Cause you know-
he jumped up like 200 million or 2.5 million followers now. Like I remember when I first saw the movie, like the first day I was like, oh, Tiger King, looked him up, and I was like, oh, he had like 100,000 followers. Something
Yeah.
like that. And then
No
like it's a
way.
month now, and he has like 2.5 million.
Like up there
He
with the
could
Rock.
be I mean, he is a star.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
a star behind bars right now.
He's
but-
probably freaking out behind bars, and realizing that he's like gigantic now.
Yeah.
Everything he wanted, all the fame and fortune he wanted.
He
Yeah.
has it, but
has
he
it now,
like
but now
can't.
he's
He's prison famous at least.
Well, apparently people were starting like a GoFundMe for him and trying to
surprised.
get that to, I believe, his husband if they're
Yeah.
still together or whatever. And then someone had to speak up and be like, "You guys, he's worth like $20 million.
Yeah, he's not,
you don't
yeah,
need to
he has
raise money
Yeah,
for him."
He has plenty of cash.
How did he have money like originally?
I don't
Just
know.
from the zoo?
I don't
That
know.
And he
Oh,
started
Yes.
real small.
But I thought his like mom. Remember, he was able to like borrow like millions from his mom and dad. That they went bankrupt.
They went in
'cause,
they had a
like,
bankruptcy
yeah,
for him, right?
for like the case.
I have no idea, but the fact that, and some people are super anti-Tiger King, like they think it's just
They're like glorifying like.
not even that. They think like it's just another like reality like trash show or something.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that like that guy is a real person is fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to watch, like the way other people live and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And all I gotta say is meth is a hell of a drug, y'all.
Seriously.
Back in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Meth in Oklahoma mixed with
Acres of
tigers.
land. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's insane. I didn't think I was gonna like that show as much as I did, and I was like, this guy is a hero.
Yeah, that one's super good.
Doing the Lord's work. Yeah. I think they're coming out with another episode like this week.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like adding to the story. or something?
Yeah. Sure.
Do you think the new episode? Do you think they went to the jail and like interviewed
probably
him or
did.
Yeah,
something?
They probably
probably,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
My biggest question is: has he kept up the mullet, being behind bars?
Probably.
You wonder, yeah. It depends what kind of jail he's in.
It's just like, it's just a scruff. He gets rid of this thing and like, you know, when people are in jail, it's like just the beard.
Yeah.
Well, he's been working out every day. He's all
Yeah.
jacked. Oh, Joe Exotic. Gosh, it's so. That guy was brilliant with marketing, though. I mean, really. We could use him on our team.
I don't know. It was like the one like campaign manager was like, it was the worst experience. of my
Yeah,
life.
that's so funny. That was funny.
Like you could tell it'd be like, you just blow up randomly. Get the hell out!
Can you guys do a Joe Exotic voice?
Yeah. I don't know. Mine's like, that's pretty basically all I got. Damn it! No.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to financially recover from this.
He's like raspy but high
Yeah,
pitch raspy.
yeah.
That bitch, Carol
Yeah.
Baskin.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
have to say, so Alex and I are big Kill Tony fans. Tony Hinchcliffe, he has a live podcast he does, and it's like an open mic for comedians. But they have a band on the show, and I think 2 episodes ago, the whole band dressed up as Tiger King as their characters, and it was the funniest episode I've ever watched. I mean, I was crying watching this episode.
Yeah, great. So good.
So good.
We might have to cover Tiger. I see a tiger. I saw a tiger. Whatever the
Yeah.
song is.
So some like
should.
hardcore bands were doing it.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a ton of them right now.
Yeah. Like
I don't know how it
metalcore. It's
goes,
all
but-
metalcore like,
Yeah.
at this point. No reggae yet.
I could probably try to sing in this voice.
Yeah.
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
So like yeah, like the music that they have go with like the zoos are always so bad.
Yeah.
Because Carol Baskin had a couple too.
Yeah.
And they're just like their cousin or something, and then they on some shitty green screen, and they like
I think the
Oh,
music
okay.
videos are just.
yeah.
I was reading somewhere that
Amazing.
like I think it was the black jaguar, white tiger,
Mhm.
black jaguar guy. because like he's in that circle.
Okay.
Because Carol's like been trying to take him down forever.
Oh.
And I guess like PETA uses her, like she has a website that's like has some like really like clickbaity name to it.
Right,
They say it
right.
in the documentary.
Yeah.
With something for
It's
cat,
like,
tiger, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Her website, which is like all her writing, only
Uh-huh.
her opinion writing, is what PETA uses as their
Facts.
Oh. So that she has like a paid, like, so they're in some little conspiracy where all the reports that, like, for sanctuaries and all that, for big cat sanctuaries,
Right.
PETA uses her site as the reference for what's legal, but you're supposed to use like an actual like
fishing.
wildlife website. So like that little circle's a little.
Oh wow. Yeah, I can see that. You can oh, genius, because as it starts unfolding in the documentary, you're like, oh, this bitch has a little side thing going on.
And she's way worse. If you think about it, like the images of her sanctuary look way worse, way smaller. The conditions were terrible.
Yeah.
Right? And then she doesn't pay their employees. And she expects them the world of them. Yeah, he was paying them garbage, but at least he was paying them and giving them a place to live.
He was paying them in meth.
Yeah.
Meth and old meat.
$100 a week or something like that. And like meth and old meat.
Oh,
Which is
Walmart
terrible.
meat. Yeah.
Terrible, but still.
Guys, just don't
Just
own tigers. They're supposed to be out in the wild, you know?
Yeah. If you get so much money though, it's like you just run out of shit to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mike Tyson had tigers.
There's a story about Mike Tyson where he went to a zoo and wanted to go see the gorillas. And then one of the gorillas was being a bully to the other gorillas. So he asked the zookeeper, if I pay you $5,000, can I go in there and punch that one in the face?
Is this real?
That's what I've read. It's a real like quote from when Mike was in his heyday. He wanted to like go in the exhibit and punch the mean gorilla in the face.
Oh my God.
Another character, man, that I'm just like so happy exists while I'm alive.
I know.
Mike Tyson, and now he's like so gentle.
Yeah.
He had a show, a reality show for a while, where he was like taking care of messenger pigeons.
Yeah, that was his thing. That's like why he became a boxer.
Yeah.
Because someone killed his pigeons when he was a kid. Like he used to keep them on the roof of the building, and like someone killed the pigeons, and that like
That's it, man.
that made him
That's it.
snap.
It's like some Hey Arnold.
That's
shit.
like where the hate.
That's it, man. Yeah.
It was from pigeon keeping.
Oh my
He's kept
God.
pigeons his whole life.
It's amazing.
Wow, that's cool. I think I could get into having a pet bird.
Yeah.
I think I could. My aunt has a pet bird.
You have to keep it outside.
Parrot.
though. You have one that goes outside. You know,
Like,
it's
I
not-
would-
it flies
I don't
out
know.
and then at night it
Yeah,
comes
if I could have
back.
like a falcon and he leaves for the
Yeah.
day and he comes back and he just like lives right
Yeah,
there.
you're like, I don't know what he's eating, but
Yeah,
he
what's up,
comes
dude?
back. He's
That's
not
cool.
hungry. Yeah.
I don't want to put him in a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parrots are so cool. I love seeing the guys down, like, we have a couple parrot guys down on Main Street, and there's one, and his parrot will just chill on his bike handle. Well, it's like his bike is chained up.
Yeah.
It's like, that is so cool. Like, it doesn't have a leash on or anything. It's just like sitting on the bike handle. Like, where's Mike going? Oh man, yeah, birds are cool. I could get into birds. I have a hummingbird feeder, so I kind of pretend I'm like, oh, there's Larry. He's the loud one.
Hummingbirds are cool. That's a cool bird. It's a weirdly cool bird. When you see it, they're so tiny and they fly so high and they fly so far. And they're like these little things, you know. It's weird.
Gosh, they're cool. We another thing we have in Seal right now, probably not because it's raining, but I've been running more because there's nothing else to do, and we're starting to have our cocoons hatching. So we have a ton of monarch butterflies right now.
Yeah.
We always have, like, we usually have them year round, but right now, I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah. Springtime. Although we're raining. But
Yeah. It's raining in California.
it's weird. The weirdest spring weather we've ever had.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like late winter.
Yeah.
And we don't even get winter. And early spring. And like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel like having weird allergy issues and all these like, weird. Like, one day it's hot and the next day it's raining. I'm like, what is
Right.
going on? My body
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do. It's
Yeah. Because it was like, I was out running on Saturday and everyone's just out barbecuing on their patios because
It
it
was
felt
hot.
like summer.
Yeah, it was hot. I went for a run. I usually wear a hoodie up just to get the good sweat. And I had to take it off. I was like, wow, this is actually the hottest it's been this year so far. Because like, I couldn't handle it. Like, holy shit. I'm pretty good. I'm not much of a bitch. Usually I can get through a run and not, with everything up and just like sweat it out.
Yeah.
I was like, holy
Were you
shit.
running your mask?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
I tried.
I mean, killed over in the bushes.
I tried to run in like one of those camping like neck cooler things. I couldn't breathe. I was like,
they just find you passed out, like it clumped in your mouth,
right? Just
he damn well sucked it into his air pipe.
Well, it was just kind of annoying because it was like here, and it's loose fitting, you know. So, and it's really thin fabric, but just running like I'm a mouth breather when I run, so it was just like,
exactly. Well, if you just take that thing outside and go for like a brisk walk, you'll feel like you're out of breath.
Yeah.
Like immediately, you feel like you're out of breath. It's so hard. I try to nose breathe when I'm running, and I can't. Like, I'm not even breathing hard, and I just can't do it with my nose. Like, it's like I have to think about it, and I'm like, I'm trying to think about. When I look at it, it's like, damn it.
Oh man, the things you do in quarantine.
Yeah, it's getting weird. You guys watch Don't Fuck with Cats yet?
Yeah.
I couldn't get through it.
Oh my God, there's no real. You don't see any of the death of cats. They've been dead for like years. I
got through all the cat stuff and I cried.
Of course you should. The guy's a monster.
Yeah.
But it's
and
interesting.
I got
It's
to
like
where,
so
like,
fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I got to where he like.
Creepy.
It's creepy.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, I got to where he kills like a guy.
Yeah.
And then it was like the cliffhanger where they're like, "There's 2 people."
Yeah.
And then like Al and I was going to bed and I was like, I can't watch this before bed anymore.
Just stuffs them into a bunch of different fucking things and puts them out front. I was like, oh my God. It's so gnarly.
So nuts. And they just have like when you see the video footage back of them just like putting it in the trash.
Whoops.
Yeah.
You know,
or when
like
you see him walk
like,
the guy in, he walks the Asian guy in the apartment.
Yeah.
And then he leaves with his shirt on.
Yeah.
Until he puts that guy's shirt on and leaves the building. You're like, oh God.
Then your mind just automatically goes like, we're walking amongst those people every day.
Right?
Yeah.
That guy looked like a psychopath.
Yeah.
If you look at a picture of him and you're like, this guy is he looks like a psycho. Like people carry that trait. And usually if I see that kind of trait, I'm like, I'm going to go on the other side of you because you look like the guy that would kill me right now.
Yeah. I think there's a statistic that like 1 in 10 people like has killed someone.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by
Chris
that.
D'Elia says it all the time on his podcast. He's like 1 out of 10 of you, and there's this many of you, so like
it's
stop
probably like
killing
1 out of
people.
10 is a psychopath, but I don't think 1 out of 10 has killed someone.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of dead bodies.
I got bitch Carol Baskin.
She's definitely the one.
Yeah. I can't prove it.
Oh man. In another life, I could have been Joe Exotic.
I know. Still happen though.
It could.
In your later years.
Yeah.
Just get a couple acres of land.
Couple tigers. See, I couldn't do that because I would be deathly afraid of them.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know. Yeah. Once you see him like grab on your leg, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like when the other guy, the guy that like invests in the zoo or whatever, and he's in there and it starts like going for him. He's like, "Get out of here, Lord!"
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh!"
You're literally 1 second from one swing. And Just that way. Boom.
Or there's that famous footage from the drive-through zoo in like China or something, and the tiger comes out and just like
snatches the woman.
Gone.
Done.
Gone. Fascinating though. I think there's definitely going to be some tigers on our album artwork. Maybe some black jaguars.
Nice.
Been looking at a lot of Pinterest photos of big cats.
Blaguar?
Blaguar, yeah.
Big cats are scary.
Little cats are scary, man.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Fiona was super pissed. Like, there's a famous YouTube video of a cat that just like freaks out and jumps on some lady's face and just starts.
Oh yeah.
Ah! When Al and I were watching that show the whole time, I was just like, imagine Fiona, but 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It'd be fun until like when she bit your arm.
Yeah.
To tell you no.
Yeah, you're going to the hospital.
Then you don't got your arm no more.
Yeah.
Dang it, that show has made me want to speak in a twang like no other.
Yeah.
Right on.
Did you guys watch Pharmacist yet?
No.
That one's good.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
With the old man, his son gets overdosed or he gets shot by buying drugs.
Did we finish it?
That one's good too. I'm waiting for the next one. Like the Joe Exotic one, Tiger King seemed like they came out like perfect timing. Like, I don't know if it would have been as big of a doc if it hadn't come out like the second week of like self.
Like everyone's like, there's nothing on
and then
Netflix.
it just pops up and you see that little image and you're like, that looks intriguing.
Yeah.
And you left the cursor there for a second and it auto plays and you're like, I'm not gonna stop the autoplay.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna leave that control right there, and then you're sucked in.
Yeah.
Easy.
Ridiculous. God bless you, Netflix.
Right.
Come on, Netflix.
Gotta watch something happy now.
Disney
Plus,
you
come on.
gotta wash it. Wash your brain.
We don't have Disney Plus. That's the one we don't have.
Yeah.
If you like Disney, it's definitely worth it. If you don't, it's like.
Well, they're getting a bunch of like other stuff.
Onward
too.
just went onto it, yeah. Well, because it's
Like
Disney,
the
like
Simpsons,
Nat Geo,
all the
ESPN,
old Simpsons are on there too.
And then they're buying all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like gonna start catering towards adults too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously they should.
Well, they can afford it too. They want to be like the next Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? Because Hulu is like primetime TV, put to watch it later, and then Netflix is now curated self-programming, so they're creating a lot of the things that people are liking a lot. Like almost everything good now is made by Netflix.
Yeah,
They
it's
turn that
true.
corner, you know.
Yeah.
And there's Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And those are like the three majors, besides like HBO, Showtime, and those are limited, really. Like, and a lot of the stuff on those you can watch other places.
Yeah.
Prime and all that kind of place.
I mean, that's what's so cool about the movie and television streaming industry is those industries are reinvesting in the art. Whereas like you look at iTunes or Spotify doesn't have a record label, or they're not like investing in artists' releases.
I think because there's streaming video is different than streaming music though. Like if someone gets a Netflix special, it's a lump sum with like a targeted goals to meet, right? Yeah. But streaming is like we're just gonna pay you, boom, and we'll see where this goes off at the races. Yeah, it's like a conflict of interest. Like because if
that's true.
Spotify put out an artist and then they just boosted all those plays for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Versus Netflix pays up front. Spotify's not going to be like, hey, whatever band, here's $2 million for your record, and plus whatever percentage as it goes on. But they're doing that for Netflix. That's what they do. They're like, we're making this movie. We're paying you like actors. Producers and executives get a stake. Netflix owns all of it. And they put it out, and then whatever happens. But they aren't. No one's going to buy a band's record yet. You know, produce and put out a band's record for upfront money, like Spotify or Apple Music.
It would be cool if they did that. Like if it was a Spotify Presents album or something. Like they do their Spotify Live things. But like you're saying, like just seeing the comedian model and, you know, they have the support of these streaming services. I wish there was something in place like that for musicians. Yeah. You know, even YouTube invests in some of their biggest creators where they give them, I think when YouTube launched their premium service, they gave certain vloggers and stuff like their own little sitcoms that they could produce and put on. So I wish there was something more forward for musicians in that sense. But then, I guess it becomes like, then why would Spotify promote anything except Spotify artists? Totally, because they make a cut of it.
And royalties are like much different for video versus audio. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think it's because what goes into creating something visual tends to be much more large.
True.
Than video creating. You know what I mean? You could take like one producer.
Yeah.
It finally stopped.
Yeah, definitely start when you finish something, start that because it's so good. The actress in it is just like this. It's one of those shows like when the season comes out, I'll watch the whole season in a night, and then I'm like, why'd I do that? It's so good.
It's kind of fun when you find a show like you didn't know, and then it has like 3 seasons or 4 seasons, and you're like, oh yeah, I got some legs to go here. Instead of like when you first comes out and you kill the season, you're like, okay, damn it. That just came out. It's going to be like a year before. And I'm not going to care anymore. And then you have to kind of start it all over.
I know. I'm like caught up with everything right now. Like I think there's a new episode of Better Call Saul, and I'm like, yes, I can watch that tonight. But I'm caught up like to the episodes now, which is not good because there's commercials in them. AMC. Stop.
Gotta get paid.
Yeah, when you watch a lot of Netflix, you get used to just, it's always 30-minute show is a 30-minute show. You can see it's going to be 30 minutes and there's no interruptions. Then you like start watching Prime and stuff.
You're
and
like,
you're
it's 15 minutes.
Hulu's like 2-minute commercial breaks. I'm like, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Where do I use my hands? What do I do right now? I can't change the channel.
We got my dad on that Roku TV.
That's what my dad has too, yeah.
And he actually just canceled all his subscriptions because we figured out how to get ESPN on there. That's the one thing he needs satellite TV for.
Yeah.
But my mom and my stepdad still just watch regular TV.
Yep.
Even though they have like the state-of-the-art television that goes like on Apple TV. They got all the apps. They have Netflix, HBO, everything. And
They're used to
they
that
still
platform.
they'll like watch movies on TV with commercials. I'm like, you can log in and watch the same movie without the commercials.
There's something nostalgic about cable if you've had cable.
Yeah.
And like it's like you don't have control of what you're gonna watch. And it's almost the less free version of that, like not being able to just pick whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost easier on the mind because I just go, I have to watch this because I only have 20 choices and this is what's on.
Yeah.
Versus I'll just scroll through Netflix for an hour and I'll be like, you know what? Office. I just sat here and just debated for 20 minutes. I'll watch the preview for 10 different shows. I'm like, it's not getting me today. Parks and Rec. I know where I am. I know what this is. I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. It's like an old album that you throw on.
Well, now you got one, Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
That's your new go-to.
It's too easy to start one right now.
Yeah.
Like every day I'm like, what can I start today?
Yeah.
There's so much time.
What could I start today? Yeah, I re-downloaded Words with Friends.
Nice. I've been doing Draw Me a lot. That one's really fun.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one's fun.
Yeah.
All those get a little boring after a while.
Yeah, I think I'm done with it. Now I'm just like, I need to do something else.
Yeah.
I should be more productive with my time.
Start a book.
Not just drink White Claw and play Words with Friends.
That's half of America.
Though. I mean,
It's something.
It really depends what you want out of things. People are like, have you seen that meme being shared or that post where it's like, if you haven't taken this time in quarantine to better your life, like you can't blame anybody else. And I'm like, or people are having completely breakdowns right now. And the last thing they can do is be creative and be inspired.
Right.
The last thing you should do is tell someone how to spend their time. When, it's the first time on the planet that any of us have dealt with anything at this caliber.
Yeah.
And then to act like you're better than it and you're going to get it all done in this moment, it's like, maybe you do, but you have to worry about work because it sounds like you don't. First and foremost, it sounds like you're not worrying about money.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that becomes a whole issue because like the three of us here in this room are fortunate. Like, things are tight, like we're having to do what we have to do, but there's people losing
everything.
Yeah,
every month, every day that goes by, it's another negative.
The roof over their head. I mean, just running around Seal, I've never seen so many for rent signs in this town ever.
Yeah, which is great if you were going to buy a house before. You're like, woo, we're going to be a good place here in a couple months. But it sucks if you were in a spot where you were barely making it work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, it's all taken away. And you're like, okay.
Well, and I think there's a percentage of, there's a statistic about how many Americans have less than like $400 in their bank account at any given time. And
it's pretty standard.
I like month to month, I'm on either side of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's not like a steady thing where I'm just like, oh, I'm good. I got savings. I'm like, nah, okay. I got to list all this shit on eBay right now.
Right.
We have no official words from like our landlords of any sort of like rent deferral, anything like that. But it's just one of those things. So people are struggling. So when you see people like, you should be doing all this, and it's like, okay, if you got 5 kids to feed and no money, like
the last thing I want to do is like start playing
crafting
again, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or learning something. I'm gonna teach myself how to code. You're like, while I'm stressing out because I can't afford to feed myself and my kids, I'm not gonna be able to put the time into learning to code. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. So I mean, and I see both sides of the argument. Like it's just tough. It's just a tough situation. So you just have to know that. It's that saying, like, no matter how bad you have it, there's always somebody that has it worse than you. So just be considerate of that fact and try to inspire without, like, demeaning people.
And most people don't, though. Like, when, like, most of Instagram is, like, people that spend way too much time working on their physical self and have translated that into monetary compensation.
Oh, yeah.
And then they make you believe that they're that perfect person. because they look a certain way and their life's so perfect, and they never ever post or show you any other outlet. And then you follow 50 of those people, and all of a sudden you're a huge piece of shit because everyone in your reality, which is really this, is perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't. Every genre of influence online has that like hierarchy of thing. You know, like the virtuoso musician, or the virtuoso magician, or the virtuoso fitness queen, or the keto queen, or the you know what I mean? The guy that just works out incessantly all day long, and he has this basement place that looks like the perfect gym that he's still able to have access to. Right. And you should be getting it too. You're like, but I don't have access to all that. Yeah. And I also don't have daily posts of me in the mirror with my abs showing to net me $5,000 so that I can continue to do that. You know, and those are the people that are telling you need to work harder and look at your goals and go achieve them. You're like, you just come down where I'm at and then see how hard it is to actually achieve a goal when it's not just getting up every day and maintaining my already successful lifestyle. You know? It's weird, the twisted thing, like to think that way, but it's also mentally hard on a lot of people who are trying to be that, and then now isn't the time to like tell them that they should do it even more. Like,
Well, and then I think everyone's experiencing this wave of, or this roller coaster of emotions and anxiety right now. Like, I mean, there's days I wake up and I'm just like, what if it's like this forever? Like, what if this is the rest of my life? What if we never get to tour again? What if it gets worse? Like, to where you literally cannot leave the house to even go to the post office or the grocery store?
Now of it being like a complete lockdown. You know, like it's on the verge. Like, it's mitigating. It's leveling off.
I'm gonna freak myself out right now.
But I mean, if you were in New York City, you're probably way farther down the path of like fear and worrying because there's much more cases of it. There's much more lockdown. There's much more empty spots. There's much less stuff going on. You know?
And then just the anxiety too of like, what if someone I love, you know, gets this and I can't do anything and I can't even go see them in the hospital. I can't. So I don't know. I'm going through like a crazy wave of emotions every day. And then like some days I'm just like, we're doing what we gotta do and it's gonna get better. We're gonna be fine. Like maybe I'm bipolar now.
I definitely think it increased it increased everyone's like mental comfort level. You know, where you were able to make it work before and manage your stress and manage your anxiety, like now that bar is just shifting. Like for some people it's still decently manageable because they've put themselves in a position that maybe wasn't that affected by it. So now they just have to kind of hunker down and just wear it out. It's like brave through it. And some people just every day it's like, oh, should I got a small check today? We're good for today. And then like 2 days later, you're like, that's gone. Now we're back into this crazy, scared place again. We don't know what's going to happen next. I think that's most people. You know, that are dealing with every day is a different mental battle, whether it's your own personal anxieties or it's things that are put on you or it's just incessant worrying. You know?
And then we're dealing with a lot of people like policing other people. Like,
it's so bad now.
On Facebook, it's just unbelievable. The things I see people posting like that families shouldn't even be outside in their yards with their kids. And I'm just like, have you ever been cooped up in a house with a kid? First of all. Also, so thankful I don't have kids right now. Oh my God. Like, no. And then to police people to the point, like, I saw some post on the local group here about someone being like, this isn't a time to like have fun and enjoy yourself. And it's like, some people got to cope with what's going on. So if that means sitting in your yard, having a barbecue with your family unit or your roommates who all live in the same home, like,
I mean, you ever seen The Office? We're going to go to Savannah and we're going to solve a mystery in Savannah. There's a whole episode. It's like the same thing. Like when something's stressful, you have to take your mind off of it and allow the information to kind of form and present itself in a manner where everyone can digest it. And it takes time. And for some people, it's about not thinking about it for a little while it sits, and then I can understand it. Some people are better. They're just like, I get it. I'm going to do this, and it's going to go here, and we're going to do this and move forward. But most people, I think, need to distract and calm down.
Well, and why can't you enjoy yourself through this and enjoy the time with your family? What if that was a family unit where the parents were never home and never got to see their kids, and now they have this breath, this little time out where it's like, oh, this is actually how we're supposed to be living our lives.
I think you're seeing that
you
now.
know?
Like I was listening to the Greg Fitzsimmons and Joe this morning, and he was talking about how like in the first time in 20 years he's like spent consecutive days and nights just with his kids, just doing puzzles and making breakfast and taking turns making dinner for each other and all these things. And like, of course, a guy like that has been successful in his career, so he's not hurting financially.
Yeah.
Right.
But if he sees that there's something in that, and the guy that works so hard, I'm sure people that are home that also work hard and now just have to be close with their family are also seeing the benefits of the relationships they're building with at least the people they're living with,
Right.
and getting a little bit stronger through all of the stress and the chaos.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, totally. So,
But yeah, this isn't a time to tell people what they shouldn't
stop
do.
policing other people.
You shouldn't even tell people, even if you have the best understanding of what you're supposed to do with shelter in place or how to handle the quarantine. Like, it's not your job to tell anyone else to do it. Like, if they're out there coughing on kids, then yeah, maybe step up and tell them you need to go home.
Yeah.
But other than that, don't stop someone in the street and tell them they shouldn't be at the park, or don't yell at some stranger from across the street because they're walking.
I
3
doubt they
feet
would
away.
even confront anybody. They're just gonna do a post.
You would
online.
assume, you would assume they take a picture and then they get virtuous and they post a
Shame
picture and they
them
write their
virtually.
perfectly curated version of what they didn't think,
Right.
but they want
Yeah.
to they want to sound good,
Yeah.
and they post it, or they go in even worse, a public forum like a Facebook group for your city.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do it on your personal Facebook page because it's you, it's fine. You want to be the asshole, shout it out. But don't go in a public forum, like a public group with all these other people that are all just going to get behind you and then shame that person.
Right.
Like, I've seen it where someone got shamed and they were in the group.
Yeah.
And like they couldn't even defend themselves, because if they were to defend themselves once, like they tried to do,
Right.
it was like
Just look like
total
an asshole.
50 comments, and you drop it down, and the one person that was the picture was of defended themselves. 500 comments replied to that one of why they were
Oh,
wrong.
jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, there's almost no point.
Yeah.
It's just the cancel culture now on like a micro level, because Karen, who always calls the cops because you parked in the wrong spot, is home all day and
Oh.
can do that all day now.
I took a letter off some lady's car, or one of our neighbor's car. I saw the letter, and I'm like, I know what this letter is already. But I'm parking because I'm fucking with TJ. So I took it off and I looked at it, and it was like, dear whoever owns this car, if you're going to leave your car parked here for more than a couple days or weeks, can you please move it to the middle of the complex so some of us that have to go buy groceries can be closer to our house? And like I read it, and I was like, fold, rip. Karen, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And I went inside, I threw it away. The person never got to see it. Because fuck them.
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me where? And it wasn't my car, but who are you to tell anyone where they can or can't park?
Yeah.
And then it's a time of now.
Yeah,
When it's the
exactly.
last, be more
People are home.
Be more neighborly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, because your fat ass had to walk 40 more yards, you're gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point for any of that right now.
Right.
It's just you needing power.
Yeah.
And you wanting to seem like you're better than somebody else. Just makes you feel better. High horse. Like,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's like the 5th letter, like the last 2 years I've taken off cars. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
or someone's telling someone where they shouldn't, how they shouldn't, what they
Yeah.
shouldn't. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are? Like, why
Right.
would you even put yourself in that position? Right?
It's always parking. When Al and I used to live at a house in Tribuco Canyon, we had a driveway, and my car was parked and was hanging over the sidewalk. Not kidding. Like, the trunk of the car was in the sidewalk, maybe like 3 inches. And one of our neighbors called the cops,
Oh, I'm surprised.
and the cop was like, "What am I
Here?
doing here?"
Yeah, exactly.
And then he had to like tell us why he was there. And he's like, "So if there's any way you can move it up," I was like, "Is this for real? Like, move up my car?"
Yeah.
He's like, a neighbor complained that it was blocking the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, complaining to me, like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at it from like one position backed up from the entire situation, if you're not in it and you look at it, most times complaining just seems useless.
Well, and it's always like the Karen note leavers that don't just like confront you and be like, "Hey, do you like live on this side of the complex? Because like I live right here and I usually park right here, and you left your car here for a few weeks, and I mean, it'd be easier for me if I could park right here or something." That's not the interaction. They
No,
like
never.
hide behind a piece of paper, and it's always like very like demeaning, like you're in the wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
of course. Yeah, it's always virtuous. It's always
Yeah.
like, I'm better because I wouldn't do this, so you shouldn't either. And it's like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Everyone has things that they do in the passion of the moment that make themselves look like the asshole.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to like acknowledge that ever happens.
Yeah.
If they're ever
Don't
like
be
that.
a Karen, y'all. Stop it. Knock that shit
Be
off.
nice.
Our
You got a
upstairs-
problem, confront someone in person.
Our upstairs neighbor started working out like just weird times a day. So if it's middle of the day, it didn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
You hear her doing jump rope and whatever for some reason. Her living room on hover floor. But then she did it like one morning early, like 7:45 a.m. You just heard like,
yeah.
and then you'd hear Tip run across the other side of the house and like drop to the floor and do like burpees or something. It was pretty loud too.
Yeah.
And I was like, got up and I was like, fuck. So then that morning I had left and Pauline went upstairs and told her like, hey, like that was really loud. Like if you could just do it during the day, like that's fine. We don't care. It doesn't bother us if we're up. We can just turn the TV up.
Yeah.
You know. So then like a week later it happened at like 9:30 at night. My dad comes walking out of his room and he like looks at the ceiling and I was like, don't worry about it. I'll have Pauline to say something just one more time. So she did it again. She went up. She was like, hey, last night it was a little late. Like we don't want to be that. But I don't know if you really understand how loud it is downstairs.
Yeah.
So then like it went like a month, and all of a sudden like 6:45 in the morning, I just heard and then running across the house, and I was like, well, thought about it. I'm like, you know what? She's gonna respond better to something more abrupt. So I picked the broom, and I was just like, boom, boom, boom. I haven't heard anything since. It hasn't worked out one time since. We tried. We were nice. We were nice up front, and I was like, she's gonna respond to something that shocks her. Just the pounding on the ceiling with the broom, and then she responded to it.
Then it was like, whoa, that's loud. I wonder if I'm that loud.
Exactly.
Down there.
And I think we heard her say it. We heard it. Was that me? Like to her maid whoever lives with her mom was there with her. And then since then, it's been like a month and nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough because Al and I have tried to work out. We're on the second floor here. And
jump squats.
Yeah, it's tough if you're upstairs.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do like a physical workout, like it's loud. Nothing you can do. It's so loud. Like
so loud.
There's no way around it.
But yeah, I had to tell him one time he was doing jump squats. I think I was like, it's real loud. You gotta stop.
Right. Yeah.
But it's never. We don't wake up early.
Yeah, it's one thing. I mean, you have to be courteous. It's like if your neighbor's doing something and it's vacuuming at noon, and it's loud. Like that's part of living. It's part of not being able to afford your own dwelling that's separated from everything else. But there's just certain like tact, like certain like respect that goes along with doing that too. That you should just kind of learn.
Yeah.
Like you should just have that social respect. It's like why I don't walk up to everyone and face talk, or why I don't like, you know what I mean? You don't get in someone's bubble. You don't spit when you talk. You don't do these things you just do socially.
The bubble is 6 feet now, y'all.
Now it's much bigger, yeah.
Because
some people just lack that social, that everything about it.
No, my sister's been telling me, so she's working in her restaurant still. They're doing delivery and to-go orders. And I'm sure Paulina's experiencing similar things at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah. People don't get it.
But she had a guy come in. Well, first she had a woman come in who grabbed her by the arm.
Oh, man.
And like pulled her over. And Amber was like, this was before they were allowed to wear face masks at work and everything. And was like complaining about her order. And she's like, excuse me, ma'am. Like, ma'am, you need to maintain 6 feet. Like, don't touch me. And apparently the other night she had a male customer who got in her face and was like really rude to her, saying like everyone's overreacting and blah, blah, blah. And, she left work crying because she was scared. Like this, first of all, you're being accosted by an angry person.
Yeah, which in any
circumstance,
is wrong anyways.
That like them being open right now is a major service. Everyone who's working right now in the public is taking a risk for everybody else.
Yeah.
And then to get in someone's face, and Alex's mom just dealt with this situation at her apartment complex, someone subletting their apartment, like Airbnb right now.
Which is odd because Airbnb shut down. You can't Airbnb.
So she's doing it privately.
Yeah. And
a family of 4 shows up and is like playing in the yard and like, again, if it's people that live there, different.
Yeah.
But
it's one thing to have a family that takes a little square and they just want to get some sun and, you know what I mean, be outside for an hour.
They also live in the complex.
Yeah, exactly.
Though.
And you know them and you've seen that they've been trying to shelter down. So then you give them the park or whatever to take that moment. But like to not be from there and then to be like doing activities and treating it like it doesn't exist.
Well,
that's the weirdest thing, is trying to treat it like it doesn't exist.
We're talking like an 8-unit apartment complex. It's like a little horseshoe with a little courtyard.
Yeah.
Like it's not a big apartment complex. And so this tenant was renting out, subletting her apartment, and then the question is like, okay, well, there was other people there last weekend. Yeah. So you're just letting people travel in and out of our confined space.
Just breathe and spit all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And do you think she's like totally sanitizing the apartment every time someone leaves?
It would be a lot of work. It'd be like a day of work.
How would you do that?
Yeah, you'd have to be bleaching every piece of it.
Besides like cleaning the bedding and wiping down surfaces, but like how would you, it's not possible.
Not really.
It's like,
I mean, places that are open for business are having to bring in off-time employees at odd hours to just wipe down. Like if you go to Walmart, they say they're closing down early, like 9 o'clock now, so that the next 3 hours are the same people that are there working are just sent to work clean duty. And they just have to go up and down the thing and clean the shelves off and wipe stuff down. All the carts have to be clean. All the baskets have to be clean. You know what I mean? Like check stands are, like Paulina's check stand has to be completely cleaned off. Like whenever there's a lull moment, just to like basically sanitize the whole check stand area.
Jeez.
No two sets of groceries on the belt at once anymore. One order on the belt at a time, which people don't seem to very like.
Yeah.
They can't hold their groceries for like another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They have to like.
That's what.
But
that's
that
what
person's
gets me.
doing it.
Rush,
You're both wrong, but I guess that makes it okay.
Yeah.
That's what gets me, man. It's like I get it. Some people think this is an overreaction, but you at least have to.
There's both sides.
There's both sides. There is,
right?
But you at least have to like give people the required space because like my sister deals with crazy anxiety. So when someone's entering her, she's already scared. She's already scared because she's still working.
Yeah.
But she has to work, you know, and then to have customers that just blatantly disregard everything and just kind of, I don't know, like pressure her into a situation or come at her and she doesn't have like a getaway. Like that's not, don't do that shit.
You
just
should do
keep
that.
your
You should
6
do that
feet.
in general.
Yeah.
That's a decent rule of thumb just in any social situation.
Yeah, totally.
Let alone now.
Yeah.
What's going on in our life right now.
But even if you like think this is fake and like Tom Hanks is getting arrested right now or whatever people think, you know, like sure, maybe that's happening also, but just respect other people's space and, you know, wear your mask, clean your hands, and don't accost the people risking their health and safety to provide you services right now. Don't do that.
Yeah, the entitlement for some people is so high. It's just like they expect everything to just be normal because they're treating it normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want everything to be the same. It's like it's almost like that's their anxiety. It's like they're not going to conform to what's going on because they don't like change.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to act the same. I'm going to do the same thing, and I won't get it.
Yeah.
And then you won't get it because I'm not going to get it. And we're all going to be good. I'm not going to freak out. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it is that for them. And then there's other people that I see that they're wearing. It's hot as fuck. They have a hoodie up. They have a mask on. They have glasses on. They're wearing gloves. They're putting 2 pairs of gloves. They're wearing zip tied their legs closed. And like
my favorite are like the people
ready,
in trash bags and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And like so, there's both ends, and the rest of us are somewhere in the middle, like trying to figure out like, are they right?
Are they right?
Is this asshole over here right?
We just don't know.
And that's
we
the
don't
problem
know.
is there isn't no right.
Yeah.
It's just we all have to agree that there's a certain thing we should all do, and that will make it go away. Or that will give us control back over our own life that we've all lost right now.
And just respect, like everyone's going through this. We're all in a like heightened state of like, I feel like we're all just driving on the freeway at all times right
I had a terrible week last week because she went back to work.
Yeah.
Right. So she got the job at the grocery store, which is like the front line type of essential product place right now. And she wanted to go back to work, and I was like, "That's cool." And then her first day back, I just spent like worrying, and then the next day worrying, and then went the whole week, and I was worrying, and it was causing my anxiety to go up, and it was causing me to worry about everything else I already didn't want to be worrying about right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just her taking a job.
Yeah.
Like one little piece of the puzzle to keep some income coming in for her. And it was like that was a completely illogical escalation that I had no control over because of everything going on. You know, I was like, nothing I can do. I can't not worry about it because it's a legit worry.
Well, it's so uncertain.
do.
It's so uncertain because there's so much different information. I feel like there's so much information either being withheld or being diluted or it's literally like no one has any idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So like they're just trying to calm like a state of panic.
And then you take all the virtuous people that want people to burn for what they think and what their opinion is.
Yeah.
You know, like Dr. Drew's getting burned down right now because he was like super anti. Like he was like, this is not that big of a deal, blah, blah, blah. But this was like February 12th. So it was before America had taken a big shift culturally and socially with this. And he had all these comments about it. And then he kind of stuck to his guns on it a little too long. And then now that got reshared by someone on Twitter that likes to bring up stuff like this to point it out and make himself look virtuous. And when that happened, everyone joined on the team. And all of a sudden, Dr. Drew had to issue an apology. And he might have stuff taken away from him now, like radio shows and money and all these things, because his opinion wasn't right. When he was ill-educated, he's still paid to have an opinion. I think that's where the media gets blurry. A lot of people are paid for their opinion. He's Dr. Drew, but he's not really a practicing doctor at all.
Yeah.
So aren't
his love line. He'll tell you if you got chlamydia or not.
Aren't you the fool for only basing your opinion based off Dr. Drew? Like, it has to be
it's just
accountability too for where you're getting your information. Like, shame on him a little bit.
Yeah,
for not
it's the same
backtracking earlier.
thing.
But that's what he thought in the moment. Like,
Yeah.
you can't take someone's life
Hi.
away because they thought something in the moment.
Hello.
Or I mean, there's 100 ways you can read a stat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
so.
Yeah, we talked about
like
that
yeah,
earlier.
like how you're saying, there's like
Yeah.
98 or 99%
Survival rate, yeah, it was like
It's
97,
but if you don't,
98.5 survival
yeah,
rate.
it's
You're
like,
like-
why are you talking about the 1%? It's
Yeah.
dying. They're dying.
Yep.
Well,
Still, I think less than 10,000 people have died.
Yeah.
in the
I
United
think it
States.
hit 10,000.
So it's
today.
still minor. We're still like 50,000 off from last year's flu.
Right.
Yes, that's a course of a whole year,
Yeah.
but now we're getting into 2 months.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into where it's an actual division. It's an actual, you know what I mean? Now we're going to start to see like, okay, well, even 10,000 in 2 months is
Right.
not
Low.
that bigger than the flu over the course of a year if you're considering you're saying it's 6 times more easy to catch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And again,
Yeah.
now you're just arguing little tiny percentages and
Mhm.
facts to make your point seem more relevant.
Exactly.
Just look. We don't want to get sick. We don't want any of you getting sick.
Nope.
We don't want anyone to suffer through this.
Nope.
So just
I
take
don't
the
want your grandma
precautions.
dying.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's just all take the precautions, and hopefully in a few months we can be like, well, that was weird.
Yeah, this year is going to be defined by this. All right?
Yeah, I know.
2020 is going to be the year that we had
2020.
to shelter in place in quarantine.
Yeah.
I love the memes. Like I keep seeing people post this one where it's like, yeah, 2020, it's the roaring 20s again. It's like, okay, like here's a devastating disease.
Yeah,
Here's
Spanish flu, 1918.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah.
go.
there's a stock market crash.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's a bunch of different ones, and it's just like, cool.
Right. It's interesting.
If we could at least throw a Gatsby party when this is over with those little champagne glasses, I'm in. I'm in.
Let's do it.
Uh,
All right, let's wrap this.
yeah.
Rap Tizzles.
Episode 24. Thank you guys so much.
Quarantine week 4. Weird.
Yeah.